about for the month of July. Got some training going on. We got a new site that some super awesome people on our team just launched. A lot of cool stuff. A lot of cool stuff. And here's the deal. If you guys don't make it onto these team training calls, then you miss out on all this cool info. And then you end up being in the Skype group going, hey, what happened? So for those of you guys that made it here, you guys rock. You guys rock. So real quick, Carlos, my man, Carlos, if you're watching this and you can record this again like you did the webinar on Tuesday, that would be super awesome. Because for some reason, every time I try to record it, it gets halfway through and it stops, which I don't know why it does that. But if you can record it, then of course you started already. Of course you did, because you're awesome. So yeah, man. Stay tuned for a post tomorrow. Stay tuned for a post tomorrow because I'm going to be announcing all of the all-ins for this month. Everybody that made the all-in list and that got a free trip to Las Vegas. That's going to be posted tomorrow. I have that list, and it's kind of like a combination of like 3 different lists from various groups and teams and people on our team. But it's a pretty big list. And we're giving away a lot of trips to Las Vegas this month. And the month ain't over yet. We still got a week to go. So pretty excited about that. So the team is definitely firing on all cylinders, man. Our team right now is up over 2,000 people. We have 2,012 people on our team. And I want you to think about this. When we started the April Blitz, you guys remember way back when we started the April Blitz? I'm going to make this a little bigger here. Boom. So way back when, as in like a couple of months ago, when we started the April Blitz, we had 1,600 people on our team. 1,600. Now we have over 2,000. That is a lot of growth in a very short amount of time, and it's really freaking awesome. And it's all thanks to you guys and taking action, staying consistent, never quitting, and just keeping going. So awesome job. Awesome job. So we're just going to continue to get bigger and bigger and better because there's so many cool, awesome, amazing things happening. So first and foremost, just an update. I have done 2 now on Thursday, new webinars using the Getting Started Guide. That's the new Getting Started Guide that has the Facebook leads and the guaranteed paid signups versus the solo ads. Now, the reason for that, I'll cover this again like I've covered really the last couple of weeks, is number one, the Facebook leads are now commissionable. So when somebody you sponsor turns around and buys Facebook leads, you get a commission. Pretty cool. It's not a huge commission, but it's something, right? Think about this. If every person that you sponsored in bought Facebook leads, I mean, that's a whole nother income stream right there. So both the Facebook leads as well as the guaranteed paid signups help fuel the company's bottom line, all right? And the more profit that Now Lifestyle makes, the more money goes back into the cycle commissions, okay? So plain and simple, sometimes cycle commissions are $17 a cycle, sometimes they're $19 a cycle. They're not always $20 a cycle. And when you guys read the, what's the word I'm looking for? When you guys read the, I'm having a brain fart. Anyway, when you watch the video on the cycle commissions, it'll say that the binary pays up to $20 a cycle. Okay, so you got to realize that not every cycle commission is going to be $20, but the more profit that the company makes, we can actually get the $20 and we can get over $20 a cycle. So imagine this: if you had, let's say you had 10 or 15 or 20 or 50 cycles last month at $18 a cycle. Well, would you rather have 50 cycles at $21 a cycle or $22 a cycle? That would make a big difference in your paycheck. So that's why it would behoove us to support the guaranteed paid signups and the guaranteed, not the guaranteed, but the paid package. So I'll kind of put that training up a little bit. I still have not switched the pin post at the top of the page. I want to get a few of those videos under my belt and just get really comfortable with it. And last week was very, very comfortable, but I also added in a lot of other flair that I didn't need to for you know, how to get started video. So I think that this Thursday will kind of be like the third and final one, and then we'll pin that to the top, and we should be good to go there. So we do have a training coming up in a little bit, and hopefully David is on here. Just double check and see if he's here. I don't see him in here yet, but hopefully he'll chime in. We're going to be doing a training tonight on the lead capture system, because I know there's been a lot of comments in the Skype group about getting set up, and a lot of basic questions about you know, just general things with the lead capture system, links, follow-up emails, broadcast emails, all that sort of stuff. So I just want to make sure that we're there to answer everybody's questions and kind of just hit some of the specific questions that people have about the lead capture system, so we can kind of clear the air and everybody can understand how it works. And if there's any specific questions that people have, we'll certainly get to that. So we'll cover that in a little bit. One of the things that I'm very, very, very extremely excited about is the A team, aka the Reekers, Adam and Ashley. They just launched earlier today. If you guys are in their Facebook group, they just launched a brand new training platform for Now Lifestyle, which is really, really, really awesome. And this training platform basically answers just about all the questions that there are about how to get started, broadcast emails, all of that. They cover a ton of information. I'm actually going to drop that link in here, 3leteam.com. So you guys can check that out. Oops, pay no attention to that one. I put 2 3s by accident. 3leteam.com. There we go. So that is their new training site. Now, specifically, they kind of made that, you know, obviously for their team, but they are part of our team. So you guys are obviously, everybody watching this, whenever you watch this, if you watch the replay, whatever, you guys are all welcome to go check that site out and use that site and, you know, get as much value from that site as you need to. But it's just they literally hit a home run. They hit an absolute home run. With that, and it's just going to get better and better. They're going to, like a lot of the trainings that we do, as things progress and as we learn and grow and develop, they're going to continue to add more information, add more videos. So anytime something new comes, anytime something changes, anytime there's a question that somebody has that they can shoot a video to record and show people how to do something, they're going to do it in that training platform. So it's just really, really awesome of them to take the time out to do that for really the greater good of their team and our team and the folks in Now Lifestyle. So super awesome, super excited about that. You guys should be very excited about that. So here's the deal. Right now in the month of June, we have a promo going on, which is obviously if you go all in, if you're not all in yet, so this might be news to you. If you guys go all in, meaning that you buy the Ascension product, which is the NLS University, you're also going to get a trip to Las Vegas on me. Okay. So obviously that does not include airfare, but it does include a free stay when you get out there. You get a 4-day, 3-night free stay at a 5-star luxury hotel out in Las Vegas. Pretty cool. And that's our gift to you, just for going all in, just for taking your business serious, and just for taking your business to the next level, you know, so you can start making much larger commissions. And the last thing you want to do is miss out on a commission. There's nothing worse than if you're not positioned right and then somebody underneath you goes all in and you lose that commission. That sucks. It really stinks. So we want to reward, obviously, the action takers. Now, I want to take that number. We want to continue that. I want to continue that right into July, and again, reward the people that are going all in with some type of trip, because that's an investment. That's an investment that people are making to go all in, an investment in their business, an investment in their future. So we want to reward those action takers, and I think it's a great thing to do. But what I also want to do is we're going to have another, not a contest, but we're going to have a challenge for the month of July. So take a note, make a note, share this with your team, do whatever you got to do. But I really want to start tapping into the longevity of Now Lifestyle. I want to start tapping into the longevity of you and your business. Okay. So what I want to do is I want to come up with a challenge for the month of July. Is I want everybody to create what's called a vision board. And here's what we're going to do. Everybody that creates a vision board, and I don't mean just like literally throwing a couple of pictures on a board and calling it a vision board. I mean actually taking some time, putting some thought into it. And if you guys, a great way to understand really what a vision board is, I'm going to show you guys in a second because I have a real life example. But go to YouTube and just search vision board, or search how to put together a vision board, or what is a vision board, or whatever it is. But just do your homework, do a little bit of research, put some initiative, put some effort into this. But the whole point, the whole purpose of a vision board is to really create that vision of what you want to bring into your life. And I can tell you, and I can promise you that vision boards work. I've used them before. The one that I have that I'm about to show you guys in a little bit is newer, as in probably maybe 4 months old. It's about 4 or 5 months old. So obviously everything on there hasn't really come into fruition yet. But with previous vision boards that I've used, a lot of the things that I've put on there have started to take form and take shape, and that positive energy and positive thought has started to come into my life. So vision boards do work. So here's what we're going to do. Anybody in the month of July that starts and 100% completes a vision board, first off, you're going to have to complete it, and then you're going to have to take a picture of it and then drop that in our Skype group. Everybody in the Skype group has to see it and say, all right, cool. Donald completed this, Maria completed this, Adam and Ashley completed this. Cool. Once you do that, and you have completed your vision board, I'm going to give you a free trip to Orlando. You're going to get to go down. If you want to go to the Magic Kingdom, you want to go see the, Mickey Mouse or whoever it is, or go to Space Mountain, go do your thing, whatever. Or you could just go to Orlando and kick it and hang out and have a good time. But that's what we're going to do. Anybody that completes their vision board, what up, David? Anybody that completes their vision board in the month of July is going to get a free trip to Orlando. What do you guys think about that? I think that's pretty cool. So hang on 1 second, and I'm actually going to get my vision board, and I'm going to show you guys what my vision board looks like. Now, obviously, everyone's is going to be a little bit different. I don't expect anyone's to look like mine, but you want to put some thought into it, put some energy into it, put some passion behind it. Think about your friends, think about your family, think about your why, think about what you're doing and what you want to accomplish. Okay, and then put that into your board. My board is kind of broken down into like different quadrants. So I'm going to show you guys this in a second. All right, so hang on 1 second. Alrighty. I don't know how much you guys are going to be able to see, but this is my board right here. You guys can see size-wise. I went to Staples, and this is about a 2-foot by 3-foot cork board. So obviously in the middle I got my son, I got my income goal right above there. Got some family, got some food, got some luxury lifestyle, got some travel, got some transportation down here. A lot of good stuff going on. But the cool thing is I get to stare at this every single day. I literally get to look at this every day and I think about all the things that I'm bringing into my life, the money, the comfort, the luxury, the lifestyle, family, good food, travel, all of that stuff. So anyway. And that's what vision boards are all about. It's about taking what you want to bring into your life, whether it be a mood, an experience, a place you want to go, time with family, a home, that type of thing. Those are the type of things that you want on your vision board. So that way you can look at that every day. So for me, and this is why this is really important, okay? I get to look at that every single day. I get to be thankful for everything that I'm bringing into my life. And every single day I say affirmations, just not every single day, but just about every single day in the morning. I'll pour myself a cup of coffee. I'll come and I'll sit right here and I will look directly at that vision board, which is on the wall in front of me. And I'll sit here and I'll sit back and I'll sip my coffee and I say daily affirmations and I say them while I'm looking at my vision board. And I can tell you that affirmations work and vision boards work. All you got to do is have the right mindset, have the right positive mindset, and start believing in that stuff and start bringing that stuff into your life. And one of the reasons why I want to do this and why I think this is so important for you guys is the more time that you put into personal development, the more you're going to get out of it, plain and simple. Because this stuff works. This stuff really works. And what it's going to help you do is when you have the right mindset, when you have the mindset and the power and the passion to keep going, and in signs of adversity and struggle and everything else that goes on in this world and all the other bullshit that's out there, you're going to have the right frame of mind. You're going to be surrounded by the right positive people, and you're going to get to look at something amazing every single day and think about how you're bringing that into your life. And that's going to help you in this business and in your life. That's going to help you create longevity. That's going to help you create what's called staying power, building a strong foundation so that you never quit because you know why you're doing this. You can look at that board every single day and know why you're doing this, what you want to bring in your life, and why you got started in the first place, because you want that shit that's on that board. So that's why I do it, because I get to look at that board every single day and I know I'm bringing that stuff towards me. I'm bringing that into my life, and that stuff is going to happen. And I can tell you that from past vision boards and from past daily affirmations, that stuff has happened. That stuff has happened. Okay. So I'll give you guys an example. Last year, probably my third or fourth month in the business with Now Lifestyle, one of my daily affirmations before I hit 5 figures a month, before that, one of my daily affirmations was that I said over and over and over again every single day is, I'm thankful for Now Lifestyle and providing me with a strong 5-figure monthly income. I said that every single day. I said that from probably, maybe 3-4 weeks after I started with Now Lifestyle. So was I making a 5-figure monthly income at that time? No, I was not. But I was thankful. And that's the thing about affirmations. I was thankful for what I didn't have yet. All right. So get that in your head. Think about that for a second. Be thankful for what you don't have yet. Obviously, be thankful for what you do have, because what you have is amazing. We have life, we have oxygen, we have our family, we have the ability to create the life that we want. That's pretty fucking cool. But also be thankful for what you don't have yet. Okay? And then start pulling that. Now, for me, as an example, like when I say my affirmations, sometimes I'm looking directly at that board. Sometimes I'll actually close my eyes and I picture it. So if I'm talking about something with my son, if I'm talking about something with my wife, my family, a place that we're going to go, a house that we're going to live in, I close my eyes and I picture myself being there. So you see it, you feel it, and you bring that into your life. That's how they work. And that's how you get the results that you truly deserve. That's how they work. So the point is, what I want you guys to do is anybody, like I said, anybody that creates a vision board, and you guys, just like I did right there, if you can take a picture or a video or whatever, you post that into the Skype group, and you're going to get a free trip to Orlando. So pretty cool, just like the free trip to Vegas. But here's the thing, if you already got a free trip to Vegas, you cannot get a free trip to Orlando. There is a little bit of a clause because we can only give away one certificate per household. So anyway, just want to put that out there. But anyway, anywho. Other than that, my man David is here, and we've had a lot of questions about the lead capture system come up in the Skype group. So what I want to do is, David, you can certainly come on up now. And David has been very, very consistent for a very long time and doing a great job is building a fairly significant team. So he's also pretty knowledgeable when it comes to running traffic and using the follow-up system that we have with Now Lifestyle. So he's going to be here to kind of just spearhead and chat about the lead capture system a little bit. So Laura, I know you're on. Obviously, anybody else here that has any specific questions about the lead capture system, you guys can drop those down below now. And I don't know, David, if there's anything that you want to cover right now or just kind of chime in on to get started with, you can definitely go do that. So thank you, sir, for bringing this up and talking about this today.
Thanks, Daniel. Great job. I love the board there.
What's that?
A couple months ago, you didn't put that board up there. Remember back when we were doing that? Huh?
It was a work in progress.
Yeah, you did a great job. You did a great job. Now I got to put mine up. I have to start it first, but good job.
Starting is the first step, but for me, it was weird. Like once I physically started it, it just kind of like flowed out over the course of a few days. And like once I started putting pictures on there, I wanted to fill everything in. So, but you guys got to realize this, like it's going to take time. Like don't rush it. Like let it come together the way that it needs to. That's all.
Yeah. Okay, thanks. The only reason why, I was jumping on and I see so many questions in our Skype group, all right? And they're the same questions all the time. What do I do next? So I thought maybe we would put a little segment in here of what you do next, because we do a great job of getting everybody set up, all right, on the how to do it and everything. But after that, all of a sudden, they're out on their own, they think, all right? All right. There's coaches out there and everybody's out there. Believe me, everybody's great. But the first thing that happens is I have people that said, I got everything set up. Okay, so send me your link. And the first thing that happens is, what link you want me to send you? What am I going to do? All right. Nobody knows after that point. I mean, for the newbies, I'm not talking about the old timers, but I'm talking about the newbies. What do we do next? All right. Granted, everything is there. And people say, but do this, this, this. So what I wanted to do is put a little segment in each week with you, Daniel, of what do we do next? All right. And the first week is I thought about, is everything set up right? And by what I mean is I ask my people all the time, all my downline, is everything set up? Okay, I have everything set up. Can you send me the link that you want to promote? And all of a sudden I get a blank stare. In other words, no email, nothing. It's like, what do you mean? All right. We need to decide what we're going to promote. And of course, the coach's funnel is the one that everybody should be promoting because that's the one that's hitting everywhere. But I say to them, send me the link that you're going to promote. And then I have to walk them through where that link is. At that point, what I'm trying to do is say, you need to know what you're going to do. And then I ask them, did you check everything that you've set up? And they say, what do you mean? It's set up. What I do, and I don't know if a lot of leaders do, is I check all my links. I'll send it to myself, opt in, and make sure all my emails are correct. I don't think most people do that.
Yeah, right, we ran into that earlier today in the Skype group.
Right. And that's what I see over and over. And it says, how do I know it's working? All right. And that's the way you know it's working. The way you know it's working is take the link that you're going to promote opt into it and see what your welcome email looks like. Make sure you get it. If you don't get it, then something's wrong. Am I correct? I mean, that's
pretty accurate. I mean, obviously,
yeah. And
you want to make sure that it lands in your inbox.
And then the other thing that I see a lot happening is the follow-up emails are set up at 1, 2, 3, and 4. All right.
Yep.
Most people don't see that. I mean, it's in the training to say change it to 1, 1, 1, 1. Sometimes they overlook it because everybody that's come to me and says I got everything set up, and then I say, well, send me your link, and then they don't know what link they want to send me. But when I get the link and I get it, because I always opt into all my people's emails, I want to see what's happening with them, and most of them have not changed from 1, 2, 3, and 4. Mm-hmm. Okay, this is for all our coaches out there and the people out there to make sure people are set up 1, 1, 1, 1. I mean, that's the biggest thing I see. Every time I get somebody sending me something, it's always 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
And they don't understand what that means. And, truthfully, they wouldn't. All right. Because that was already propagated. I wonder if Now Lifestyle could change that, when we set that up. But other than that, that's a different story, But the biggest thing I wanted to say tonight is when you're ready to go, you've got everything set up. Is everything set up? And it's set up. And the best way to check that is to check it yourself. Opt into your page. See if you get your email. All right? By what I mean, opt into the page is the link that you guys want to promote.
Now, just real quick, David, I think if everybody uses the welcome email and the getting started guide, the links in there point people towards the getting started video, which is obviously the pinned post at the top of our Facebook.
Absolutely.
So at least if they follow that, they're going to get to the common link sheet and they're going to get the link that they're going to opt into. Because I know, like, as an example, earlier today in the Skype group, we said, have you opted into your link to whoever it was we were talking to? Yeah. And they said, how do I do that? So obviously, if they had gone and hopefully seen and retained the information from that video, then they would have realized what the link was that we were talking about. So
you're absolutely right. Yeah. Yeah, but I see over and over that this comes into our group all the time. This is all I'm trying to do, is see things that come into the group all the time that people might be overlooking.
Sure.
Or
so
whatever.
I think you could also make sure too that, I mean, obviously, people know how to access it in their back office, just because it's something you're going to need to know.
Right.
But at the same point, we also need to point people towards the getting started video to make sure that they have at least gone through that process. And they at least have gone through it and they understand it. And then once they've completed that, I think to your point earlier, once they've completed that process, they either have leads, they have solo ads running, they've automated their business. Then it's that next phase. It's that next phase of, okay, now that traffic is running, now you get into the phase.
How do I know? How do I know what's happening?
Yeah. And this is in a way, we're putting the cart before the horse a little bit, but one of the things that I talked about with Joel recently, actually about a week ago, is having a 3-phase system with Now Lifestyle.
Okay.
Phase 1 is basically how to get started, which is our getting started guide. Exactly what our getting started guide is. Yep. You set your lead capture system up, you get some traffic running, you automate your business. Boom. Phase 1 completed, you're done. Phase 2.
What do I do now? This is what I'm saying. What do you do now?
Phase 2 is now you're learning how you're seeing the traffic coming in. You start the process of learning how to write daily broadcast emails. and now you're emailing your list, but you also have the knowledge and you understand, why am I emailing my list every single day? What is the point of that? How does it affect my business in the long run? So there's that whole foundation and that learning process of, what do I do after the traffic starts running or after the traffic is done?
One comment to that, as far as people think what progress. All right. This month I haven't ran a lot of traffic. I did buy some signups and this and that, personal signups, GPU, but I've been broadcasting every day. And Daniel, you see my emails because I've seen you use one of mine.
Probably more than one.
Yeah, but whatever. I'm getting people every day coming in, signing up free, just by my broadcast that I haven't seen before. So that's just a throw out to make sure you email your list. I mean, with Now Lifestyle, I got about 6,000 people on my list now, right? From my, promoting it and everything. So, and every day I get people emailing me about things, good, bad, whatever. I mean, I get some good ones, but, and everybody will. But you have to email your list. And that's where a lot of the newbies don't understand what to do after that point. Mm-hmm. I got that 5 email series out or 4 emails follow-ups going out. What do I do now? Well, that's your money, your email list. All right. Yep. And that's all I wanted to explain to people, that you just keep on emailing. If they don't open, it doesn't matter what the open rate is, this and that. People are opening them. People are looking at them, because every day I get different open rates. One day I might be 300. Next day it might be 50. It's just, you don't know. And you can attest to that too, Daniel. I know that.
For sure. I mean, I had a, I mean, sometimes I'll get, 900, 1,000, whatever it is. And then I'll send an email out that'll get close to 2,000 opens. Yeah. It just
negative
depends on the
subject line. I don't know why, but negative is always good.
Yeah, it's weird. Negative gets emails opened.
Yeah. I mean, they didn't want my pizza today, so I don't know.
But so there's got to be a touch point somewhere along the way where once we got to get people to drive traffic, and they have to understand the importance of driving traffic. But once that ball is rolling, then it's going to be that next education phase of starting to email your list every single day, as well as keeping the traffic flowing.
Right.
So that's kind of what we're talking about as far as like phase 2 goes, getting into that educational piece of it. But the point is,
absolutely,
you can't let someone who's brand new know that there's a 3-phase system, because they just got to get through step 1 first.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then really phase 3 is going to be like once they've gone through, they've gotten everything set up, and then really once they get into, I don't know what we got going on there. Once they get into phase
3.
Yeah, phase 3, then that's getting into more of the nutrition side. So getting into more of, getting set up on auto ship, making sure that they're, doing the 7-minute workout and really fully utilizing the entire Now Lifestyle system, not just the business side, but the entire system. So that's kind of what we were talking about the other day.
That's great. And for everybody out there, I mean, believe me, I bought all my stuff when I was up there in New England at the event, right? And I'm not going to populate the event, but I got some great deals on all the nutrition side of it, right?
Yeah.
So I haven't bought anything for a while because I stocked up at that point. Thank you.
Yeah, you guys saved big there, that's for sure.
Yeah, big time. But the one thing that everybody gets hung up on is, what do I do next? All right. And you hear that all the time, Daniel. Oh, yeah. What do I do next? They've gotten out there, and the bottom line is once people come in, you're going to get non-personals, you're going to get pending, you're going to get leads, and you're going to get people that are on your downline, all right, signed up already. Everybody needs to understand that a pending is a person that didn't finish the process. I have 4 different emails that I send out to each of those things. I send out one to my leads, the ones that have signed up, my paid signups. I have one that I send up for my people that go to the $1 trial. I have one that I send out to the free leads, and I have one that I send out to all my pending. And people need to set those up just to contact them, all right? Whether or not anybody ever answers you, you don't know. But I have had people answer me, all right? And I'm sure you have the same thing, Daniel.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's automated. I mean, it's a personal email, but all I do is I have it in my Word, and all I do is copy it and paste it and send it out to the people, right? And that's what they need to do. And a lot of people don't understand a pending person is a person that didn't pull the trigger.
Yeah,
basically,
but they started the process anyway.
They started the process, and believe me, I have probably about 75 of them in my list right now. But I've sent emails to all of them. If I don't get an answer, I'm not gonna waste my time. But I do send emails to them to make sure, hey, I'm there. People I work with are the people that are free, $1, and of course your ones that come in paid. All right, and because we see that all the time. What's a non-personal?
Yep.
What's
Donald's
it?
is asking how often do you message the pending folks?
Pending folks, I do it at least 3 times. All right, that's what I do. And then after that, I mean, I'm not going to waste my time. I mean, because if they haven't answered me after the first time, I don't think they're going to answer me 2 or 3 times later. But I do. But also, the pending folks are also on your email list. Just to let you know. Yeah. You don't know that, but they're on one of the pages that they have. So they are getting emails from you. Just
Yeah, as long as you're emailing people that are in the LCS.
in that group that wherever they came in on, because a lot of times you don't know, because I promote a lot of different links.
Yep.
So, but each one's whoever goes in that pending list is going to be opted in already. So you are emailing them. Plus, I put a second email out at least 2 or 3 times to them to say, "Do you need any help?" Type deal. I don't give them anything other than, "Do you need help?"
Yep.
All right. That's the answer to that question.
Good answer.
Now I need to get some conversions. That's my biggest problem. But I'm working on it.
Does anyone have a specific question about the lead capture system or the setup process or emails or follow-up or any of that? So if you guys do, now is a fantastic time to ask.
Good time to ask. Yep.
Let me tackle this one. Amanda's asking, David, can we get a sample of what you're sending to the free members and the resellers that are paying $50 a month? Now, if you have people that are already a reseller and they're paying the $50 a month, for me, once somebody lands in the holding tank, I specifically add them to our team email list. So that way, when I send out team emails to everyone that's actually a paying member on our team, and again, that link is in our welcome email. So if people want to get on that list, that link is in our welcome email, which of course is in our file section on our Facebook group page. You can get the welcome.
I also have a link, also put them into one of my campaigns for anybody that's paid $50 or are a $50 paid member a month.
Yeah.
That I send them, because I want to upsell them also.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Right. And as far as samples, let me explain this. Daniel sent out a great email for when you have a paid member. All right. And it's in our in 6-figure thing. Excuse me. All I did was edit any email he sent out. each person has a specific level that they can get into. So all I did was take out, if it's a, I'm sorry, if it's a free member, I'll send them an email, but I won't give them access to a Skype group or this or that, or tell them about that. But what I'm basically doing is contacting them, giving them all my information, so we can talk.
Yep.
And they talk. I mean, each one depends. If it's a sign up, I send them everything. If it's a dollar trial person, I take off our Skype group off the bottom of the email that Daniel had set up. And of course, I've edited to be me.
Yep.
All right. And then for a free member, I always just send out, thanks for being a free member, you know, that type deal. And I don't give them anything other than getting a hold of me. All right. That's how I do it, Amanda. I mean,
yeah, as far as free members, in our file section in the back office, I think it's still there. I'll have to go look, but I did a whole upgrade swipe series that you can put into your lead capture system under the free customer campaign.
Right.
That upsells them from a free customer into a paying customer.
Yeah, I think that's it. Or maybe it isn't, because you know I've been in so long, so I might have put it in there last year. But yeah, you're right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But any email I send out, it's from my personal account.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. I never send it from anywhere other than my personal account. All right. And that's what everybody has to look at.
Yes. And so you're talking specifically to the paying members.
Yes. Yeah. And even a free one. I even send it free ones. I mean, it's a lot of work, but I even send the free ones from my personal email. You know, at least one time.
Yeah.
All right.
So Raise You One is saying, you know, where or what is the name of the email list? So specifically, like the list that I was talking about that I created for the actual paying member. So in other words, when somebody lands in my holding tank and they are now a paid member, I take their name and their email and everything, and I save it and I put it into an Excel spreadsheet. But what I also do is I take their name and email and I created a new campaign in the autoresponder, not the lead capture system, but the autoresponder. Now, honestly, this is advanced higher level stuff, especially for when you're just starting out. So you may want to take this with a grain of salt. You may want to write this down. You may want to go back and watch the recorded version of this. But so I take their name and information, I put them in a campaign in the autoresponder. So now they're on an actual team list. This is everybody that's a paid member of my team. So I can email them of trainings that we're doing on Sunday night at 9 o'clock, hint, nudge, like what we're doing right now. I can tell them about webinars that are coming up. I can tell them about promotions that are coming up, that sort of thing. I can tell them about All In, you know, the Las Vegas trips that we're giving away, that type of thing. That's kind of what I do with that. As far as the, you know, you asked another question, like the free, the pending, the paid, the direct, all that other stuff. There's a lot of information in there that right now, if you're brand new, you really don't have to worry about. The number one thing that you guys need, all of you guys need to focus on, because we've taken it from this conversation from getting your lead capture system set up to very advanced level things. We want to make sure that you have your lead capture system set up. You're driving traffic, either using Facebook leads, which are in your back office, or solo ads, which are on our team's traffic site, which if you go through the Getting Started guide, if you watch the pin post video on our Facebook page, you'll have all of that information. So you're driving traffic in one way, shape, or form. As far as the free list and pending and everything else, the lead capture system is going to do the work for you on that stuff. So as long as you have the lead capture system set up properly, you don't have to worry about the differences between all those different things. Not right now, anyway. Right now, you just want to make sure that you've taken action and you have some traffic flowing. And then on the individual questions, like as far as like what is a pending, you know, as an example for that, that's what we said earlier is somebody starts the sign up process and then either they have a failed payment or they didn't complete the process, they exited off the screen or whatever. So then they go into pending, and they're sort of part of your downline, but they're like on that page, they're way down at the bottom and they show as a pending affiliate. But what David was saying earlier is he sends them an email from his personal email. He doesn't send it from the lead capture system. He sends it from his personal email to say, hey, saw that you were trying to sign up. Give me a call. Let me help you. Let me, whatever. So anyway.
I mean, there's so many facets that, for the newbie, it's tough. And all I wanted to make sure is people start getting these emails now, a non-direct sign up. All of a sudden they get a lead. All of a sudden they get this. And when they start running traffic, this is what's going to happen. And
Yep.
they get very confused of, what do I do? And the biggest thing is if everything's set up correctly, the follow-up sequences will take care of anything that you've done. And then all we do is go next into a broadcast to email your list. And that's a little farther down the road.
Yep.
I understand that. But that's where we would be going. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Because I see it all the time. I don't know what to do. All of a sudden I got my first lead, and it's great. I love it. I love to see that, and they don't know what to do. What do I got to do? And the system does it for them. All right. And that's all I want everybody to know is everything's set up. The system will do it for you.
Yep.
They will send that email out for you. After that, I work with my people and we do other things, but the system does it for you. And
do you have something bouncing on your desk, like a spring or something?
me? Probably
Yeah,
me.
I can hear
Probably
something.
me. I'm a nervous person. You got to see my room. Look it over there. Huh? You guys love it? This is my workout room. It's all against the wall. All right? I made an office out of it.
Hey,
I go to
works,
the gym.
man.
Huh?
Whatever works.
But I just have this little corner now that I work in. But anyway. All right, Dan.
So
we kept them here long.
Yeah, the most important part is obviously getting your lead capture system set up, which if you follow the video in step number 2 in the dashboard, you should have it set up literally in just a few minutes. It doesn't take a long time. But, John is saying he hasn't tested his lead capture system yet. He just set it up. He bought solo ads, and he should get them Wednesday. Now, you definitely want to test your lead capture system prior to Wednesday. So whatever link that you gave the solo ad provider, make sure that you specifically opt into that link and you start getting your follow-up emails. Now, you probably should, but I would just go back and double check that 100%.
Yeah, absolutely. I do that all the time. I said I came in over a year ago with Daniel, and every time I set up anything, I always checked it. Just a little anal, I guess. But I wanted to make sure I got my emails. And when I didn't get an email, I had to find out why. Otherwise, people aren't getting what you got.
Yeah.
All right. Bottom line. It's just little things.
Does anyone have any other questions about either the lead capture system, getting started, traffic, any of that sort of stuff? If you guys have any other questions, by all means, drop them. Let us know, and we can get those questions answered for you. Other than that, we'll get this wrapped up. And I think that obviously we'll have to spend a little more time on kind of that next phase. And I think honestly, guys, what I want you guys to do is check out the training site that Adam and Ashley did, because in there they're going to cover a lot of that information. So at the same point too, I also don't want to have to turn around and make a video if they've already done one, because we have people on our team that are action takers and that are doing that. So go through their training site and see and really get familiar with it. So Donald saying, would it be possible, realistic to require phone numbers? yes, you can, but that's also going to take the amount and quantity of leads that we get. It's going to take it way down because a phone number is personal. Not everybody wants to give that out. So I think that's why we give, when the lead goes through the sites that Joel has set up to drive those leads and market to those leads, it's optional. Obviously, the people that give their phone number, you want to take them a little more serious, but it's an optional thing. And if we force people to do it, instead of having all these leads constantly available, it's going to be like the guaranteed paid sign-up where they're available every so often, and you want them to always be available. Right now, guys, too, just real quick, the guaranteed paid signups are going crazy, and almost for the last week, the link has always been open. So it's just a great time right now to build your business. A lot of the marketing is just being done for you, and all we have to do is just plug and play, which is really good. Dennis, could you put 0 on all the emails except? No, you do not. 100% do not want to do 0 on all the emails. That means all 5. If you have 5 emails in the follow-up series, all 5 will go out all at the same time, and you do not want that. So you want 0 on the first one. So the very first email, you want 0, and then every other email in the follow-up sequence after that, you want a 1, which means that it goes out one day after the previous email, not day 1 or day 2 or day 3. It goes out one day after the previous email. So that's why the next one is a 1, which that goes out one day after the previous email. That's how it works. All right, cool. Yeah, and I still wouldn't even do it just for the test because true to what Carlos said, I mean, if you send 5 emails all at once, they could potentially go into spam. So I would just let it do its thing because realistically, if you get the first one, you're going to get the second one. That's how it works.
Yep.
Very good.
Very good. Cool. Thanks, Dan, for letting me on.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you for dropping some value.
All right. And I'm going to be watching the chat. And next week, if I find something that I want to really talk about, I'll come back in.
Yeah, anytime. You're welcome anytime, sir.
Yeah. I just see things going over and over, and I just get a little like, oh, come on. All right.
Yep, I hear you.
Yeah. And I'm sure you do. And I don't want to see any more rants or raves. That email, the Skype group today, man, that thing was so long I stopped reading it because it was too long.
Yeah,
I know.
I took care of that one. So.
I know. I'm saying, whoa. All right.
All right, Carlos, appreciate you for recording the call. Doesn't look like we have any more questions. So if you guys do have questions, obviously drop them in the Skype group, and we'll see you guys there. So appreciate everybody jumping on board. David, again, thank you for jumping in. And yeah, we'll see you guys later this week, and we'll see you on the leaderboard. You guys have a good night.